Welcome to Stream Team. The team is made up of students from the Arts AV cluster at Hutchinson High School. This group of young and creative students dedicate their time after school and on the weekends to produce live events from all over Alaska. These events are streamed over the web for audiences across the state, the nation, and the world to enjoy. Of note, we are particularly proud of our graduation stream, which was viewed by deployed family members in Iraq. Our team uses high-end production equipment, including multiple cameras, mass communication headsets, live video switchboards, and even an instant replay generator to produce high-quality and engaging content for our viewers. The team is made up of between 6 to 10 students, each in unique positions responsible for a certain aspect of the show, yet all moving in sync to produce the best possible viewing experience. Our team started in March of 2010, and to date we have produced over 300 live streams. We started with making streams in our own home school, but have since mobilized our equipment, and we now stream various events all over Alaska. It is always a fun and exciting experience to produce these streams, but the real reward is being able to bring live coverage of special events to parents and fans who are unable to make the long trips around our great state.
What's up, guys? I'm Alyssa, a sophomore here at Hutch. Welcome to my crib. All right, come on in, guys. Here in the Arts AV house, we pride ourselves in being the best, so we show that we're the best. And these aren't just plaques on the wall, these are cash money prizes that you can win just from coming here to Hutch and learning everything you can learn in the Arts AV cluster. We've got so many right here. That's about $1,000, probably more. Mr. Johnson's gotten $800 just by himself, not counting all the students. All right, so now we're gonna go into the first room in the Arts AV cluster and my personal favorite spot, the control room. Let's head in there. All right, so in here we've got the latest, the greatest setup. And in case you guys didn't know, we've got our very own news show, Hawk Hit News, and this is where all the magic happens. Let's check it out. So this is my boy Taylor Gatto, senior here at Hutch. Taylor, what are you and Shayla working on right now?
We're just working on our Hawk Hit News program. With this system that we have here, we can do anything you can imagine, live sport broadcast. This is the same system the Miami Heat use, so you know we're top of our game.
Sounds like we're pretty set up. So not only do we have this super cool switchboard that the Miami Heat also uses, we've got this dope audio board to make sure all of our anchors and everything sound really great. As if this wasn't cool enough, let's get into the main place. Let's hop on over to the studio. All right, guys, this is the main hangout, the main place where all the work gets done. Yo, we've got the coolest and the best lab set up in here, and it's all been put together by our super cool teacher, Mr. Johnson.
Yo, what's up, Alyssa? What's up, guys? Welcome to my crib. Yeah, this place is super souped up, including we got screens. 70-inch 4K screens here, MacBook Pros, not those cheap little white MacBooks. We got the MacBook Pro 13 inches there. We've got monitors in the back booths and the side booths. We got so sick of our paper bulletin board, we put monitors in our hallway. All total, 1,111 inches of just pure viewing pleasure right here in Arts AV. You can come check it out.
That's a lot. Now we're in one of my most favorite places in the entire lab, the studio. In here we've got the best cameras in the state, the best lighting system, and 20 feet of green screen. Our Hawk Hit News is filmed right here, and it's the coolest place in the entire school. All right, and if you guys really just need to sit down and grind on your work, we've got these super cool back booths with dual monitors. And here's my boy Jaden. Hey Jaden, what are you working on?
I'm just working on some logos so we can get out to the companies, make them look good.
All right, well, it seems like you're doing a pretty good job. I'll let you get back to work. Here at Hutch, we use the latest and the greatest software. All the things that your favorite movies, posters, commercials were made on, we use this same editing software. because we're the best. All right, guys, let's head over into our equipment room. We've got everything under the sun in here. We've got microphones, we've got DSLR cameras, we've got video cameras, Canon, Nikon, Sony. We've even got freaking GoPros, and we want you to get the best hands-on experience with the greatest equipment out there. That's why you can check this out just during the school day, overnight, over the weekend, and even use them for your own personal projects. So not only do we make super cool news shows, videos, photos, and graphics in here, but we produce our very own yearbooks. And these yearbooks, they're not just your grandma's yearbooks, they're super cool and made with the highest tech software and have awesome features like augmented reality where you can use your phone to interact with the book. And let me tell you guys, it's crazy. So not only all that cool stuff, but I can graduate from Hutch with up to 9 college credits, and if I want, I can get my Adobe Photoshop certification, Premiere certification, and New Tech to lead me into a great career in the Arts AV field. I love Arts AV and I love Hutch, and I think you guys will too. But now I'm gonna need you to get out of here because I've got to work on this super cool video, and I hope I see you guys next year right here at Hutch.
Durham in the corner. Tries to feed it inside to McGee, but that was punched away. Waska feeds it to Riddle. That's Joe Riddle. Oh, foul on the play. First foul of the game. That's on number 23, Maxime Kalimnik, and that's his first. Team's first. Substitution now. Ben Bialik will check in after the first free throw here. Bialik is in for McGee. Bialik is another player who's had a very nice tournament. Well, I say he has a nice tournament. Here we are in the first quarter of this second game.
Yeah.
So let's say he had a good game yesterday. 2 for 2 for Joe Riddle. Just a 2-point game now, and then we're going to have a bump there. That is John Riddle picking up his first foul. We have a lot of Galena fans in the house here. That's a long trip.
Yeah, it is a long trip. They have to get on the plane, and then they have to get on a bus to get here. So it's quite the trip.
I've made that trip before. You got the 60-mile flight between Fairbanks and Galena, and then you got, like you said, the road trip. Because you can't take a direct flight between Valdez and Fairbanks. Checking in for Galena is Daniel Kopp, the junior. He's wearing number 20. Of course, I know we have a lot of folks watching from Galena. We have a lot of folks watching from all over, supporting all of the teams here. And if you would like to send it here, we'll put that number up soon. We have a 3-point shot attempt for Kopp. Fouled on the play, so he's going to come to the line for 3. First personal on Omar Powers, second team foul. At the line for 3, Daniel Kopp. It's the shooter's roll. For 3, Daniel Kopp. And that gives Galena the lead by 1, 9-8. Powers on the drive, didn't like the look there, so he passed it out. Waska on the drive. Joe Riddle, and called for the walk. While we have Alyssa here during the quarter break, now that I know we're not going to be going down to the sideline interview because the person who does that is sitting right here, I'm going to ask her a little bit about some of the behind-the-scenes workings of the stream team, maybe a little bit of the history. There's going to be some interesting between-quarter topic. There is Whiteman on the rebound. Joe Riddle. Durham has it. Nice hustle by Zarecki to save it from going out of bounds. A couple of Galena Hawks players at the scores table getting ready to check in. It'll be Nathan Moses, the sophomore, number 22. Number 11 is junior Kevin Bergman, and number 40, Charles Carlo, returns to the game. Powers inside to Durham, couple of tall trees down there, so he kicks it out. Zarecki for 3, chased down by Durham. Up top, it's Kalimnik. Long rebound. Moses to Kopp. They have No problem seeing Daniel Kopp's feet, his bright green shoes. Good ball movement here. Good defense, though. Hawks having a tough time finding a way to get it in. Good time. That's good commentary right there. Hawks having a tough time finding a way to get it in right as they get it in. That was Moses. He wants another three. He's got one. Timeout. Delta. Full timeout. So we have a bit of a momentum change here. It was tight back and forth, and then now Galena with a couple of perimeter shots has just opened it right up.
Yeah, for sure. I think a lot of teams with Galena being kind of the underdog in the boys bracket, they come in with this mentality of like pumping the brakes, not really going full force, and then it can catch up to them sometimes.
That's why they play this tournament. Anything can happen, and the teams can play above their seed. We see that a lot at this level.
Exactly.
Back to the floor. McGee is back into the game for the Huskies, number 33. Zarecki, who has checked out for the Huskies. Now we see a bit of half-court pressure by the Hawks. Underneath it's Bialik. Bialik takes a shot, makes it, and is going to come to the line for the and one. Foul's going to be on Whiteman. At the line for the chance at the three-point play, Ben Bialik. You see that often when that foul is called, you see the swat. And oftentimes, sometimes it's not even contact. The official sees that arm coming down the first when they get that call. Foul is called on the Huskies. That is Ben Bialik's second. Moses wants another three. Less than a minute to play here in the first. Austin Durham wants one piece of that, and he gets one. Austin Durham gets a three-point shot. Whiteman. Lots of contact going on down there, and there's the whistle. Foul is on Brennan McGee, his first, team's fourth. This is the senior Kobe Whiteman at the line for two shots. Whiteman had 9 points in yesterday's contest. Substitution now, Joe Riddle returns to the game for the Hawk. Moses checks out. Carlo checks out. Also returning for Galena is Ronald Waska. Powers with the rebound for Delta. Wants some help in the backcourt here as we have a little bit of backcourt pressure put on by the Hawks. Delta breaks it though. Bialik takes a long one. Had numbers there momentarily. Waska now on the outlet pass from Whiteman. "20 seconds on the clock in the first quarter. It's a 2-point game now. We have that 5 seconds. That's great defense there by Maxim Kalimnik, forcing the 5-second violation. And just as Galena was stretching this thing out, Delta in less spectacular fashion tipping their way back in. Durham with the shot, gets the shooter's roll. Nice backspin, softens the shot, and he puts it in. And with that, the first quarter comes to an end. We're tied at 16. Alyssa, how long have you been involved with the Stream team?
I have been involved with Stream team all 4 years of high school. I'm a senior currently. It's just that most of the time I'm playing the sport, so basketball season is usually the only time I get to really partake in it.
It's a big program. It's a large production. There's a lot of your students here. There's mixed in, you're training the Valdez Stream team, and so they're working it in as well. So it's quite a production. I've seen that you've got some of the behind-the-scenes stuff that you've done, but maybe as the game goes on, or maybe during halftime, you can tell us a little bit about how everything works and how you're able to put on such a great production here.
Yeah, for sure. It's definitely a very big production, and it's taken quite a few years to build it to this point, but I got to give all the props to our teacher, Mr. Johnson. You know, before he was the Arts AV teacher, it wasn't anything like this, and so he's definitely grown it, and he works tirelessly to learn new things to bring to the table for us.
I mean, it is a professional show. I mean, look at the quality of the graphics that are accurate. I'm more accurate than me. You've got all the other graphics that are going on. They're integrating the highlights. You've got camera people everywhere. It is cool. We'll talk more about that at halftime. Back underway here now. Tie game after 1 quarter of play. And we might be in for a very good one here this afternoon. Powers tries to feed it inside to Bialik. Bialik does end up with it. Takes the long shot. Would love to see him drive that or find somebody down there, but there is a drive. Joe Riddle. He's got 4. McGee for 3. Away by Alec, chases it down, is taken. Waska. Hawks have numbers, and it is good. It is Ronald Waska. Long 3 for Durham. Whiteman looks inside for Waska. Back out, Joe Riddle for 3. Tipped rebound from Austin to Bialik. Now here come the Huskies. Got several players at the scores table ready to check in. Whiteman finds Riddle. He's going to take it all the way, lays it up and in. Timeout, Delta. 30-second timeout. Following the timeout, on the floor for the Huskies, Zarelke has returned. So has Cale Durham, but otherwise we've got 3 new Huskies on the floor. We've got number 14, James Caslin, the sophomore. Number 35 is the freshman Joel Neal Gonzalez. Waska on the drive. Charge is the call. That'll be the first on Ronald Waska, team's 3rd. Also on the floor for the Huskies, number 3 senior Aaron. The Hawks, they are led by the 10 points of Joe Riddle, 9 for Nathan Moses, all coming from beyond the arc. We've got 4 each for Ronald Waska and Daniel Kopp, and then 2 apiece for Charles Carlo, Kobe Whiteman, and John Riddle. You got the Delta Huskies cheerleading squad out there right now. We will let them do their thing. I'm going to go check the stats. When I come back, we're going to talk to Alyssa. Actually, if you want to, you can just talk to the crowd a little bit. But I'm interested to hear how this all got started, and then all the little parts and pieces, basically what everybody does as part of this production. So actually, we'll just watch the cheerleaders, and when I come back, we'll talk about it.
Okay, sounds good.
The little live on air play-by-play of how we're going to set up our bit and a half.
Bree. 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 I'm commentating. I'm doing what I did for the Nanics this year and stuff. Just color. Color commentating is like, it's too bad I'm not behind the booth right now. Looks like there was a big spill. And now you see the fun things and sometimes messy things that happen behind the scenes of a stream team. Definitely not the first time we've had a drink spilt back there, but it'll all be okay. At least it didn't get on the TriCaster, and that's all that matters. Yes, the TriCaster is good. Thank you, Mr. Johnson.
Score check there, and I actually was off a little bit, which happens from time to time. That was, pardon me, is 8 points, not 10 for Joe Riddle, and it was 4 points for Kobe Whiteman, and not 2. All right. So again, if you're just joining us, we're at the halftime break of the game between the Galena Hawks and the Delta Huskies. Galena on top 33-19. And we're joined on the mic here by Alyssa Goforth. And if you've been watching this tournament, you probably see here on the sideline doing some of those sideline interviews and sideline recaps. So I know that's just one part of this. I know what your primary job is. You guys all have multiple jobs. But there's a lot of parts and pieces. There's a lot of people. Can you tell us a little bit about what everybody does? Yeah, so every year we have presidents of the club. Currently our presidents are Estelle Hallbrooks and Rodney Evans. Rodney you just saw on screen, and Estelle is cleaning up the coffee spill, dancing currently. They've done a really great job this year. They're juniors, and Estelle really spends pretty much every ounce of her free time at school organizing all of our trips, making sure we have our transportation, making name bars, doing this thing, and there's a lot of pre-production that goes into this. You know, when we book a gig, we spend 2, sometimes more weeks before making our name bars, getting our
rosters in, really just connecting with the ADs and doing all that.
When you're talking about the name bars, you're talking about when you see the graphic up on the screens,
Yes.
you want to make sure the names are, you're doing spell checks, you're
Right.
just getting it in there with the graphics and the right colors. And
Exactly.
all that stuff. Okay.
And it's pretty time consuming to first make that template, but once you have the template, it usually goes pretty smooth. And so that's pretty much all the pre-production stuff. And then there's a lot of different jobs. There's multiple cameras, and they all kind of are the same, but a little bit different depending on where they're positioned. There's tech director, which you're looking at the switchboard currently, and that's what they do. They switch between the cameras. They're calling the shots. You know, they're saying camera 2 zoom in here, camera 3 do this, and they pick which shot we're going to. Mr. Johnson's panning over to our scoreboard that we run, and that's an extra graphic that comes from a different computer and goes as a DSK up on there. And yeah, there's a lot to do. We also have our replay, which started out years and years ago. Mr. Johnson was just having this conversation about how sometimes the things that we're doing in stream right now might not be getting used, but because they're new, but then they're helping streamers in years to come. So our replays used to be recorded on individual VHS tapes, like doing, and these kids would go, Johnson, you didn't play my replay. And he's like, well, it's helping us figure it out for years to come, and now we have an awesome replay set up, and it's one of the kids' favorite positions.
Yeah, it was interesting listening to your guys' conversation in the meeting Wednesday night. And during your guys' introduction, you all talked about some of the things that you do, but your favorite positions. And it's pretty cool that there was a lot of different ones, or jobs that some people don't like to do that other people enjoy doing.
Right, yeah. And there's definitely a job for everyone. I mean, we even have photography on this. It's not all videography. We take photos of the games, and they get uploaded on those photo slideshows you guys have been seeing. And so that's really cool, because a lot of kids, especially nowadays, just kind of have their niche. And that's why at Hutch with Arts AV, you can go into 2 different paths. It's mainly mainly 3. There's the graphic design path if you want to take, there's the photo path, and there's the video path. So we have something for everybody on Stream Team for sure. So it seems like we're running into technical difficulties. So
there you go, live on stream technical.
So the stream's going to power down for a bit and come right back up.
All right, so we're going to take a break, and we'll be right back here for the second half of this game between Galena and Delta. Thank you, Alyssa.
Yeah,
we're going to take a break. Get to that point here, just don't have that funding. And you guys are a technical school, so you have to have a class. We don't have that. But if we could just get something, having these guys having experience seeing what you guys do is huge. And if we just have a program that's going to get us by, that would be
yeah, it's definitely awesome.
Big stuff, bringing guys in for the big stuff. Back to the second half. About ready to go here in this game between Galena and Delta. Once again, the winner of this game will move on to play the winner of Monroe and pardon me, Hutchison. And that game is going to follow directly after this one. And the loser of this game has their season come to an end. That is McGee for 2. To drive, John Riddle fouled on the play. And it's on Zarecki. It's going to be his second, team's first of this half. 13-point game right now. Still a lot of time left here. We got 15 minutes of basketball yet to play. Energy can be an issue. Galena having played just one game. Delta played twice yesterday. Both teams had had a full night's rest, but that fatigue can be an issue in these conference tournaments. When you get down to that bottom bracket, it can be a long road. Whiteman, nice hesitation. He's got 6. Maxime Kalinick, how did that not go in? The thing was halfway down.
It's crazy sometimes how those don't go in.
The physics of it, or somebody needs to study that. And fouling violations called. Obviously different rims will have different effects. Some are softer than others. We have a timeout here taken by Galena. 30-second timeout. It's one of the things that I forgot to check was the timeouts down there, because I only show Delta only having one left, so I'll double check that a little bit later. See Ben Johnson talking to some happy customers of the ice cream stand there.
Yeah, that's awesome that you guys do ice cream.
I crave it half the time is the problem.
Yeah.
Fortunately, I got some friends who bring me up some really tasty smoothies from our local shop. Soothes the throat just fine. Limnick double team there, can't get through it. Carlo, Joe Riddle on the drive. A little too strong. Foul, I think it's going to be Joe that's coming to the line instead of John. Foul is called on, pardon me, Austin Durham. It's just his first, team's second. Substitution for Delta. Omar Powers checks back into the game. He's in for McGee. Is that name bar you were talking about?
Yes.
2 for 2, Joe Riddle. Well, the fans who tuned in for this game, on top of getting a pretty good game here, also get a sneak peek behind the scenes. Too bad we just can't replay that for every game. There's Waska on the rebound for the Hawks. Feeds it up to Joe Riddle. He's got one player to beat. I think Omar is a little too far under the basket to do any interference there. And that's going to be, no, he saves it. Powers has it. Loose on the floor, Waska. Punched away by Kalinick. Nice defense there by Maxime Kalinick. Substitution for the Huskies. Number 3, Aaron Mills returns to the game. And he's in for Austin Durham. Zarecki's fouled by Carlo. It's going to be the second personal on Charles Carlo. First team foul of the half. Substitution for the Hawks as Daniel Kopp returns to the game. He's in for Carlo. Pass is tipped by Waska. It's recovered by Bialik. Can't get it to go. Ben Bialik struggling here a little bit. He's got 3 points so far in this game. He had 27 yesterday, and all of those down in the paint. Whiteman gets his own rebound back. Lots of white shirts down there, and he's the one who gets it. Count it. Good hustle by Kobe Whiteman. Again, 4 Huskies down there with him, and he's the one who comes up with it.
Yeah. I feel like I've seen that a lot this tournament. Yesterday in the game with Delta versus the Hutch boys, Jason was getting all of his own rebounds practically, and I even mentioned that in his post-game interview.
That's the difference between going and getting a rebound and waiting for it to come to you.
Exactly.
The people who go get it end up with the rebound more often than not. Foul there was called on Aaron Mills, his first team's third. 3-point play is converted for Kobe Whiteman. He's got 9. Zarecki for 3. Putback is good for Cale Durham. Kevin Bergman is into the game for the Hawks, and he's going to commit the foul. His first team second. Substitution now for the Hawks. Ronald Waska returns the game. He's in for Bergman. Zarecki on the drive. Nope. Foul on the play. Foul is called on John Riddle, his second, team's third. At the line for 2 shots, Ryan Zarecki. They might call a foul there, I think. They are going to call a foul.
Definitely don't think it was intentional. I think
No.
both boys lost their balance there.
That's all it was.
It's definitely very hard though, being on the team. You get really passionate about your teammates, you know, you want to.
Well, it can be the same for if you're doing Hutchison games.
Mm-hmm.
It can be tough to find that balance
Yep.
when you're certainly rooting for your school, your home team. Howard loses it there, picked up Whiteman. Kalimdik has it. He's fouled on the play. At the same time, you're a production crew who's putting it on a show for both teams and everybody. So I know that can be a difficult line. Taken away, Waska. Fouled by Kalimdik, I believe. That is the call. Maxime Kalimdik picks up his third, 5th team foul. did radio for a little over a decade, and I was the Valdez radio guy for the Valdez team, so I was definitely a little bit of a homer.
Nice.
Switching to the stream, you got to be a bit different.
Yeah.
And bit of an adjustment to make.
It is a bit of an adjustment.
To be honest, I prefer calling it more neutral, just because I love the game.
Yeah, definitely. That's why I love doing volleyball streams, because I played volleyball for so long. It's like I can admit when something's, you know, good, bad. I like being neutral on volleyball.
Yeah. Baby hook is good for the bank. Dale Durham. Waska for the baseline. Three-point shot for Kalimnik is good. Maxine Kalimnik. Timeout, Galena. Full timeout.
We have a text saying, "Go Nathan, go Hawks."
All right, there you go. Our first text we were able to read there. Do like the crowd shots. It's also cool. I know the fans at home like seeing those, as well as the timeout huddles, especially in the late game when you get some more vociferous
Yes.
going.
It's funny because we'll catch, you know, shots like these, and most of the time in like big arenas, they obviously have the Jumbotron, so they catch themselves on there and they start acting different. But here they have no idea, so
Yep.
we could catch anything. It's kind of comical sometimes. You guys have a really big gym, though. I wouldn't be surprised if you had the money at some point to invest in a Jumbotron. It might look good.
Well, I will just settle for a new sound system, to be honest. I think you could probably tell from listening to it the last couple of days that we could use a new sound system.
Definitely not the worst I've heard, though.
Fair enough. Was very happy with our new floor. This is just the second year we've had this floor. We got rid of that rubber knee breaker.
I loved playing volleyball on it this year. It was really nice to come down here.
Nice. There's a drive. Waska goes all the way through the sideline. A little bit short of the shot. Feed is up. Whiteman knocks it away. Waska saves it to Whiteman. Nice hustle. Oh, they're going to say he was out of bounds. They're going to say that he stepped out before he touched the ball. There's that replay. But that was close. That was close. It was a good hustle effort regardless by Galena. Surecki gets his own rebound. Foul. Dale Durham will come to the line for two shots. Charles Carlo picks up his third, team's fourth. Substitution for the Hawks. Nathan Moses returns to the game. He's in for Joe Ribbett. Two for two for Cale Durham. .64 seconds to play in the quarter. Moses for three. Surecki with the board. Oh, there's a trip. Foul is called on Ronald Waska, his second, team's fifth. Zarecki for three. .20 seconds to play in the quarter. It's a 15-point Hawk lead. Whiteman for the long two. He's got 11. Powers on the drive at the buzzer. Third quarter is over, and the score is Galena 48 and Delta 31.
We have another text message from a Delta fan. Let's go Big Kale, #go Delta. And now we see the Delta cheerleaders, who have been very spirited this whole tournament, especially given the fact that they have a fairly small squad. Not a lot of cheer teams have came to regionals this year. We only have cheerleaders from Valdez, Monroe, and Delta, I believe. So.
Did a quick check at the score table there, and I was actually correct on the timeouts. Delta does have just one timeout remaining. Of course, in the fourth quarter, they went through the entire second half like that. Third quarter, the entire half of the second half. 3 timeouts remaining for Galena. Once again, the winner of this game will play the winner of Hutchinson and Monroe. That game will be following up directly, but just 20 minutes after this game comes to an end. And then we move on to the championship games.
Very exciting.
Yes. Whiteman on the drive, can't get it to go. And I think they're going to call him for the charge. Nope, they're going to call a foul on his shot, defensive foul. Foul is on Omar Powers. That's his second, team's 6th. So the Hawks are going to be in the bonus for the rest of the game. I'm going to hand you the bracket here, Alyssa, because after the game, after we go through the stats, I'm going to ask you what some of your favorite matchups that are coming up over the tonight as well as tomorrow. This is Kobe Whiteman at the line. I like this split screen shot of that and the basket. Zarecki. And it's Aaron Mills, number 3, who is in. Not sure if I caught his entry into the game or not, so I'll mention him. Cale Durham for 3. Whiteman on the rebound for Galena, losing his balance, keeps it long enough to get it to Waska. Punched out of bounds by Kalimnik. It'll stay with the Hawks. Joe Riddle returns the game for Galena. He's in for his brother John. 16-point Hawk lead, 6:20 to play in the game. Kalimnik on the drive. Mills, nope. Carlo with the rebound. Carlo underneath. Runners up and in. Timeout. Timeout, Delta.
For a second, I thought you were just spinning it. I was like, that's not going to do anything.
That is the final timeout for the Huskies. Kalimnik on the wing. Knocked away, loose on the floor, recovered by Kalimnik of Delta. Zarecki's calling for it, but now he's got a defender on him. Kalimnik for three. Tip rebound, Moses has it for the Hawks. He's going to back out. Too many white shirts in front of him. Minutes to play in the game. There's a steal. Zarecki keeps hold of it. Waska back there on defense. Zarecki with a layup. He's got 9. Nearly stolen out of bounds, and foul is called. Foul is called on Zarecki. Pardon me, his third, team's 8th. Hawks are in the bonus, so that should be 1-1. Substitution for the Hawks. Kobe Whiteman returns to the game. Kobe Whiteman will exit the game. He's coming in for the shooter, Joe Riddle. Now, if Joe wants to stay in the game, he'll miss this. But he made it, so he's got to come out. Kobe Whiteman returns. Powers on the drive. Zarecki for three. Rattles home. Carlo. Zarecki with the board. Powers from 16. John Riddle takes it away. Halfway through the fourth quarter now, and it's a 15-point game. Galena on top.
Slideshow? Okay, we were going to talk about the upcoming games and what we think is going to be the most exciting since we're going into... Okay.
Zarecki, long three-point attempt. It's good. That's almost Stephen Curry range right there.
Zarecki definitely has his moments.
And he's using them here in the fourth quarter. It's pretty good time for it. And that is 5 fouls on Cale Durham. So the senior may be sitting down here for the last time in his high school basketball career. It's one thing you always think about in these elimination games is you have seniors and you're seeing their last moments on the floor.
Yeah, and I can speak for the teams that have little to no seniors really. Being the only senior on our volleyball team this year, it was kind of a reality check. You know, there's that senior drive that just you really don't get till your last year, and it's very hectic in regionals.
And when you step off the floor for the last time, I'm sure that can be pretty emotional too.
It is, for sure.
2 for 2 there for Whiteman from the charity stripe. And Riddle has the rebound for Galena. 3 minutes to play in the game. Whiteman, another 2. Whiteman's got 15. Waska's going to back up. Galena can chew up some clock, but backcourt violation. Just put it right off of his foot. And Kevin Bergman's going to come off the bench and come onto the floor. He's going to come in for Waska. His afternoon maybe finished. Pardon me. 3-point shot, in and out for Powers. Foul on the play. It's going to be on Zarecki. That's his 4th. Team's 10th. Double bonus, 2 shots coming for Joe Riddle. Joe Riddle 9 of 12 from the free throw line today. Long 3 again for Zarecki. This time it comes up just a bit short. There's a steal. Omar Powers lays it up. Nice finger roll. Omar Powers with 90 seconds to play. Another steal. This time it is Kalimnik. Oh, just lost the handle on it. Out of bounds. Substitution for the Hawks. Ronald Waska will check back into the game. And he checks in for Kevin Bergman. Riddle is going to be fouled there by Mills. So once again, Joe Riddle is at the line for his 13th free throw of the game. 13th and 14th. 10 out of 13. Out of 14, not a terrible percentage. Mills for three. Rebound Whiteman. Yeah, with it sloppy there. Delta comes up with it. Zarecki puts it in. Zarecki's got a 10-point fourth quarter. 10 of his 17 coming in the fourth. And now Powers is going to pick up the foul here. It's going to be his third. And that's going to put Daniel Kopp at the line for 2 shots. Kind of strange to see somebody other than Joe Riddle or Kobe Whiteman at the line.
Yeah, definitely.
Lots of substitutions now for the Huskies. Ben Bialik checks in for Omar Powers. And Omar Powers, the senior, will step off the floor. Senior Ryan Zarecki comes off as well. And senior Maxime Kalimnik. I want to give those guys their recognition. And the Galena fans are actually giving them a standing ovation as well. Three-point shot is up. That was James Caslin. Time is winding down here now. And so the Galena Hawks will move on to playing tomorrow. They will continue, and they await the winner of the next game. Let's take a look at the final stats here. Leading for the Delta Huskies was Ryan Zarecki at his 17 points. He had 4 3-point shots. 7 for Omar Powers, 5 each for Maxime Kalimnik and Austin Durham, 4 for Cale Durham, 3 from Ben Bialik, and 2 added by Drennan McGee. For the Galena Hawks, leading all scorers, Joe Riddle, 19 points, including 14 out of 17 or something like that from the free throw line. He had 15 for Kobe Whiteman, 9 for Nathan Moses, 6 for Ronald Waska, 4 for Charles Carlo, and 3 for John Riddle. So that's going to do it for this game. We do have some exciting games coming up tonight and tomorrow. What do you think about what's coming up for both the boys and the girls?
Well, when it comes to the girls, I'm obviously over the moon ecstatic for the championship game tonight between Valdez and Hutch. You know, I think when it comes to all sports in our conference this year, it's really been anyone's game. You know, it's whoever shows up that day. For sure, we saw it last night between Monroe and Eielson. Monroe had been beating them all season, and Eielson came in and took that win last night. The Hutchinson girls went from 4th seed. Now they're up. They beat the 1st seed team. It really, it depends on the day for everyone, and we saw that if you watch volleyball, it was that as well, and a lot of other sports in our conference. So it's exciting. Every single game is exciting. You can never tell, and I'm sure a lot of people assumed Delta had this past game in the bag, and so it's very, very up in the air, and that's what I like about this year's whole conference, because everyone's pretty much at the same skill level, and it just depends on the day.
Another exciting game for the girls tomorrow morning is going to be that Monroe and Galena game. That's 2 very evenly matched teams right now.
For
Monroe's
sure.
playing very well.
I'm excited. I'm always excited to see Pearl Green and Grace Hodges and Katie Bast up against each other. They all play kind of similar, and so it's really cool to watch them and kind of battle it out.
And yeah, this isn't the only year that's going to happen. Nunu is a senior, I believe, but the others, they're all underclassmen.
Right.
They're going to be doing this for a little while longer.
For sure.
And on the boys' side, a championship game tonight is going to be Valdez and Eielson.
Yes. And I don't think anyone really expected that. You know, as I said last night, Monroe kind of, they took that loss and nobody expected that, having them beat Eielson all regular season. But Eielson's been really consistent this year. Regular season, they were very consistent, and they definitely put the pressure on when they need to put the pressure on, and that's something that's really admirable, I think, about the Eielson boys team.
So this next game that we've got right now, we've got your Hutchinson Hawks taking on the Monroe Catholic Rams, and this should also be, this is a big one. This is another winner go home.
Yeah, definitely. I think that, you know, our boys have came close with Monroe a couple times, and you know, the cool thing about regionals, like I said, with our conferences, it's really anyone's game. You never know what's going to happen, but they're definitely going to have to run a really high intensity game, and they're going to have to really bring it. And I think that if we have a lot of sharpshooters for the Hawks, and if Dion is, you know, landing those shots he likes to take from half court and way out from the arc, I think we'll have a chance. And for the Monroe side, I think that if their seniors step out a little bit more than I think that they were last night, I think that they'll definitely play up to par. I don't think they were playing their game last night for sure.
It's going to be very interesting. We've got lots of great basketball still to come. You're watching the Aurora Conference Tournament here on the Hutchinson High School StreamTeam.com. We're very appreciative of you guys coming down. Not sure if you got any more games left in you this weekend, Alyssa. Whether you do or don't, there's a fun one here, and we definitely appreciate the behind-the-scenes look at this program. We're going to step away, and we were about 10 minutes or so from the start of this game between the Hutchinson Hawks and the Monroe Catholic Rams. Folks, don't go anywhere. We still got lots of great basketball for you here today.
And a photo slideshow coming up now. Yeah. I'm sideline reporting this game because Johnson, there's a bunch of people at home and they want. Yeah. Thank you.
No, thank you.